morning, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. It's Friday, or you might not be watching this on Friday, but today's Friday. Whatever. I hope you're having a great day, no matter when you're watching this, or great evening. I hope that the gods are blessing your path and that the elements have shined upon you the information that you need to have, and the answers in which you seek. Today, I want to talk about gratitude and about. Okay, so let's start over. Well, not start over, but start before gratitude. There aren't very many tenets in paganism. Some pagan faiths like Wiccan will have rules. You have the Wiccan Creed, you have the Law of Three. In Hindu and in some of the Eastern religions, there is a lot of principles of not harming people and raising yourself to this higher level of consciousness and awareness and ability, all of these things. But it's not like in Christianity where there are the 10 Commandments and there are the tenets of being a good religious person in whatever faith it is. Each one has their own set of rules and you have to do it like this, whatever. That's not how it is in paganism for the most part. There's not a doctrine. There's not a set book that says this is the law, these are the rules. The doctrine is the doctrine of earth. It is of the earth. And something that we can see throughout time and energy and space and through lessons of our ancestors and repetition is that when we are grateful for the things that we have, more things will come to us. Now, this is true of us as a culture, as a society, as a town, as a people, as an individual person, as a family, whatever it may be. But gratitude really is one of those energies that when you put that out, it comes back to you. And I imagine so there are universal emotions that are everywhere. Happiness is one of the ones that you can see in all cultures and all times. So you have happiness, you have sadness, you have jealousy, you have gratitude. And, it is, you go all the way down to when you nurse a child, like when you're breastfeeding and you're nursing your child, that, I don't know how to describe it. If you've never nursed a child or been a part of that experience, then you've never really been there. I mean, even my husband, who did not actually do the nursing, could see the gratitude in the baby when you get that baby latched on the boob and then they that sigh of oh my God. And it's that natural gratitude. And then that actually, when they have that gratitude, it actually helps your milk come down and it helps that little letdown happen, which then they get more milk. And it's just this beautiful process. But it's an innate gratitude. And this is something that you see in all cultures. I think eating is one of the ways in which we connect with that the most, because when we eat and we have that satisfied, delicious feeling of gratitude for the food that we put in our mouth. Now, we don't always associate it directly with gratitude, but that is kind of, it's that gratitude. And so these are one of those natural tenets of life, I guess. And to show gratitude in your life and in your practice and in your faith can help you grow all of those things and also receive them. So in paganism, some of the ways that we can do this and show our gratitude are, one, by making offerings. Now, I think there's a lot of misconceptions about offerings, and different cultures will have some different intake, but for the most part, when you make an offering, the entity that you're making the offering to takes the essence of the food. They're not gonna, if it's food or whatever it is. Now, I make offerings to the fairies of shiny rocks that do disappear. No joke, they're just gone. Needles they really like, so every once in a while they'll, if they're not taking them from me, then I'll give them one. But they normally just take them. Same with safety pins. I never have a safety pin. Why? Because the fairies took them. But when you give gratitude and you give an offering, you uh, you will receive that in return. And people want to put the words threefold on it or karma. You know, lots of cultures have different ways to say this. You know, all the way down to you. You made your bed and now you have to lie in it, and that can go good or bad. But when you start showing your gratitude for all of the things, that energy will start coming back to you. So then you start making offerings, and you make offerings to the deities. And this can be food, this can be energy, this can be done in many different ways. I do it through prayer. There's some misconceptions about prayer and paganism. I'll make another video because that's a whole nother topic. But prayer is a great way to give gratitude because I can literally say thanks. I can use my words and my gestures, and I bow my head and I say thanks. Thank you to the goddess, thank you to the god, the fairies, the elements, whoever I'm giving thanks to. And I literally use my words to give thanks. And I have an offering bowl for the fairies, where I leave rocks and stones, and we leave candy there, or if I'm cooking something or whatever it may be. On special occasions, we'll put out a special bowl for milk and honey. But again, you don't want to leave the offerings until they get gross. Like when it's rocks, sometimes an offering will become part of the altar. My son made a little gnome thing out of clay, and it's now in the offering bowl, and I think honestly it's going to get moved next to the corn dollies and just become part of that hearth altar. Because right now there's like 5 or 6 rocks. My daughter found some heart-shaped rocks. We found a bunch of different rocks that we thought the fairies would like. So the fairies will bless them. They'll take what they want. They'll leave what they don't, and then we'll take them when we need them, or when I'm ready to put something else in the bowl. And our offering bowl is a mortar, or pestle, whatever maybe that's the pestle, and this is the mortar. I don't know. Anyways, it's the bowl of the mortar and pestle, and I'm not gonna lie, I just use a coffee grinder. If I have to do something that requires that much work, I use a coffee grinder. So my mortar and pestle are actually used as altar items, as a cauldron and a phallic symbol, and that's how they're used. They're beautiful. But the cauldron, or the mortar pestle bowl part, is our offering bowl. So right now it's full of rocks. Anyways, your offerings don't have to be food. They can be whatever you're making an offering to. I will always take like an onion when we start picking onions, and I'll put that in there. And it's about time to take last year's onion out. There are some foods that will dehydrate and sit and be beautiful and not cause any problems. But for the most part, you want to remove it. If you look at it and you're like, ew, I wouldn't eat that, it's time to take it off. And you say whatever you need to say, or don't say anything at all. I just take it and put it away like everything else. You just don't leave offerings there to be gross. But this is a way to show your gratitude to the divine. Other ways to show your gratitude to the divine are prayer, like I said. And then through spell work, you can do formal things. And then through meditations. You can do meditations where you go to your mental temple, or to your happy place, or to your whatever you call it, and call to the divine and spend some time with them there, giving thanks and showing your thanks. But when you start making this a part of your practice, that gracious energy that you're giving to the divine will then come back to you. And you'll feel that gratitude from the divine, and it'll manifest itself in your life in different ways. The things that you're grateful for will become more plentiful. And, when you start doing magic and you're doing things like that, then you show gratitude after your spell, because it manifested itself, and you say thank you and you give thanks for that energy, it will continue to manifest. It's like watering and fertilizing your spell. It just helps it to grow and grow and grow. So this gratitude is something that needs to be honored and cherished. I watched a great thing yesterday with a grandmother shaman, and she says, keep it simple. Just put your hand on your belly and take a deep breath and release the negativity, and then fill that space with gratitude and give thanks for all that you have. So I think that's how we're going to end this video today. Let's all just take a moment. We will one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, where your heart chakra and your belly chakra, or in the space above your soul. Take a deep breath. Feel your center. Feel your groundedness. Know that you are in this moment present. Filling your lungs and that space under your hands with air. Pushing out the negativity. Taking another deep breath in. Filling that space with gratitude. Just give thanks for all that you have. Even if it's just a little, or even if it's just this moment, give thanks. Take another deep breath in, filling your soul, yourself, your belly, your lungs, your mind, your everything with that feeling of gratitude. Releasing the negativity, the worries, and the fear. One last deep breath in to bring in the more gratitude and to really feel it. Really feel that gratitude and give thanks for everything that you have. And be thankful. Be thankful for this moment. Be thankful for the world around you, the earth beneath your feet. Be thankful for the changes that are happening, for the sounds of the birds and the butterflies and the bees and everything around you. Just give a little thanks. And I'm grateful that you stayed to watch this video. And I'm grateful to all of those who subscribe and like and all that great stuff. Just thank you. Many, many thanks. So blessed be. I hope you all have a great day and that gratitude shines down upon you.